Ladies and gentlemen, Iranian influence is not expanding. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not expanding because of some sinister plot on the part of the mad mullahs of Tehran. Over the past month, thanks to the horrible death of Jamal Khashoggi, Washington, D.C. is going through an incredible change in the way that it sees Saudi Arabia.
Number one, the Crown Prince is 33 years old. There's a reason you can't run for president until you're 35.
In this country?
Yeah, in this country. He's been a wrecking ball. He put the Prime Minister of Lebanon under house arrest for a while. He put an embargo on Qatar and didn't tell anybody in the world about it. One minute he's a visionary leader, the next minute he's putting women in jail who...
It's a weird and strangely satisfying thing to watch a U.S. congressperson talk about the people who actually did 9/11 that way, but you know it's not going to last. There's already a backlash building in Washington, D.C. All the wise old men of U.S. foreign policy who have been bought by Saudi Arabia are telling us that we need to get over this whole Jamal Khashoggi thing. I mean, sure, Saudi Arabia did horrifically slaughter a mild critic of their regime in somebody else's country in the most obvious way possible. But no, we shouldn't focus on that. We need to focus on big, bad, scary Iran. The problem is that the expansionist Iran they're talking about doesn't really exist. The standard story here is that scary Iran is making great strides on a ton of fronts. Since 2003, they've had a growing influence in Iraq, where the majority of the population shares their Shia faith. Since 2012 or so, Iran's influence in Syria has grown as they have acted to preserve the savage regime of Bashar Assad. Since 2015 in Yemen, they've acted to help the Houthis in Yemen's supposed civil war. When people try to sell this standard story, they leave out some very important details. Exactly who started all of these wars that gave Iran all this power? Well, actually, it was the United States. And which country was it that led the charge and bribed all the right people in Washington, D.C. to get the United States to keep doing all these stupid things? It was Saudi Arabia. After declaring war on Iraq and Iran with the Axis of Evil speech in 2002, Bush invaded Iraq in 2003, basically giving that Shia-majority country to Iran. Saudi Arabia was not in favor of the 2003 invasion, but the only reason we got into it with Saddam Hussein's Iraq in the 1990s was to defend our Saudi ally. In 2013, the United States launched what is thought to be one of the largest CIA programs in history to turn Syria into a jihadist nightmare. Who was our main partner in this? Who provided billions of their own dollars to the rebels, and who invented the entire ideology of fun groups like ISIS? Saudi Arabia, of course. Iran has been allied with Syria for decades. The fact that Iran decided to help Assad isn't exactly surprising if you know anything about the region and its politics. In 2015, Saudi Arabia convinced the United States to help them invade Yemen. The result, once again, has been escalating influence for Iran. Iran isn't acting offensively. Iran is acting defensively. The reason that Iran seems to be winning in all of these regions is because Iran is aligned with the people who actually live there against outside aggressors. Iranian influence isn't growing because of some sinister plot hatched in Tehran. It's growing because Saudi Arabia keeps convincing the United States to invade countries. Invading countries is a really stupid thing to be doing in the 21st century. It's expensive, it's not easy, and it almost never works. It's just dumb. Honestly, if you look at the record, the best thing that the United States could do to limit Iranian influence is probably drop Saudi Arabia as an ally. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. And if you'd like a free essay on a completely different topic, click the link here to sign up for my email list.